to BDPC. My name is Micayla, and we're doing a special segment today. It is talking about, what's the program again?
The business pathway.
There we go. I don't remember the business pathway. I have two special guests who have never been on here before, which I'm glad to invite. What's your name?
I'm Harrison Zhang, a junior from Fairhaven High School.
And you?
My name is Vishva Patel. I'm a sophomore from Fairhaven High.
Sadly, I'm a senior. So we are going to do this special podcast. It's talking about financial and business, right?
Yeah.
So tell me what it's about, either one of you.
So the pathway basically consists of students getting hands-on experience for a specific sector in business. For example, it's called Business and Finance. So we mostly focus on finance. And through this program, students can get dual enrollments, certifications, and hands-on experience that can help them later on during their college life.
And does this cost anything at all?
No, there are really no prerequisites to join, and it's actually really easy. You just go ask your guidance counselor if you have an interest in business, and it's just super easy to join and pull out.
It's free, so join it.
And it is free, yeah.
So I heard a little rumor that only freshmen can do this, or how can someone join?
Anyone
basically?
can really join. I'm a junior, and I just joined this year. You just got to kind of ask your guidance counselor and then work with her.
Yeah. I joined as a freshman, and honestly, I've been doing fine. He's been doing fine too. So you can really just join at any point of your high school career.
So does this program have any commitments in this? Do you have a lot of commitments in this?
Personally, I feel like I have barely commitment here. Especially for Haven High, there's no reason you need to stay after school or come to school early. It's a very low commitment program, and it's great because all of the courses and certifications are weaved in throughout your schedule, so it makes it a lot more accessible and quicker to get experience while you're in school. And it's very low maintenance outside of school too, so
Nice.
It's pretty good.
Harrison.
Well, it's pretty integrated academically into your schedule, so that's super nice. And the commitment for money, which might be an issue for some people, is that it's actually free, which is super exciting, and you get to participate in these classes that usually cost $1,000 for free. And so, yeah, there's really no commitment.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why did you decide to enroll in this? What grabbed you?
So Vishva and I actually started DECA at the start of the year. We found it really interesting participating in business, and we're okay, why don't we take it the next step? And then Miss Saba appeared in front of us, and she's just do you want to do this business pathway? And we're yeah, because it actually sounds awesome. We get free dual enrollment classes. We get to participate hands-on in business through an internship. So it's just a really great opportunity.
You got anything to say to that?
For me, it was specifically a specific interest in business. I've always been wanting to know how a business operated and worked, and I feel through the pathway, it was really easy for me to gain experience at such a young age. So it's been a pleasure.
Okay, so do you like this program?
Yeah, obviously, I'm in it.
I know, but sometimes, you've started something and you're just you gotta keep going.
I mean, it's free. You get to take classes for free that usually would cost a ton of money. So
That's true. That's a good part of this
exactly.
program, which
Saving you money.
now I wish I had this as a freshman,
Yeah.
or I would be taking this 100% because it sounds like a good program to be in.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to ask now is, if we start this program and it's not for us at all, we're nah, I don't want this. Can we, or I don't know why I'm saying we, but can they, what's the word I'm going to say? Can they okay, I don't want to take this anymore. Can I stop this program?
Yeah, you could withdraw really quickly from the program. You just have to talk to your guidance counselor, adjust your courses, and as I said earlier, there's really no commitment, so you aren't burdened by anything. You just withdraw from it.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Additionally, like per year, I think you only take 1 or 2 classes that are integrated like within a semester, or like I think one of the classes is like full year, and then you can just withdraw if you want, and it won't really affect your scheduling like either way. So you'll be okay.
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, what do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a financial manager.
And what's that?
So basically, you're just managing like operation and sales and like statistics, like kind of like you're just managing all of the different aspects and finances of a company.
And I'm
kinda.
guessing this program helps a lot.
Yeah, it does.
And what do you want to be?
I'm still not sure. I either want to go into corporate law or do finance, investment
That's
banking.
nice. Is this program helping you kind of like decide more of what you want to do?
Yes, for sure. I feel like now that the internship that's coming up that I chose to do in the summer, like it'll give me more experience and help me choose what I want to do and give me like real insight than rather just going into college, having no experience and regretting the major that I chose.
And you 100% don't have to answer this question, but can I ask what's like it's like leading what like this job, like holy mackerel, how many times do I have to say like what those two jobs, like what's leaning more to you?
Definitely, I would say investment banking and finance, just because I've been familiar with it and I feel like it's just something that I'd want to pursue.
Nice. All right, so if you're a freshman, let's go into freshman mind now.
Okay.
Because I know 100% a lot of freshmen are like, okay, so what do I do? First of all, why should I do this? And then second of all, how can I do it?
Well, first, I'll answer the why, and Vishva, do you want to answer the how?
Yeah.
Okay, so perfect. We're kind of divvying up the question. So first, for the why, there's a ton of reasons. Like, you get free integrated classes in your schedule. There's no commitment before and after school. You get a paid internship. Like, you get to get experience, and you're also getting paid for it at the bank, and that's just really, really awesome.
How you can join, it's really, really simple. You can directly go into Ms. Saba's office. It's right near the guidance.
Or any guidance counselor.
Yeah, any
office.
guidance counselor.
Just let 'em
They'll
know
give you a pamphlet, and you can just look over like the basics, and you just have to sign a consent form with your parents, and you're all set to go.
Yeah.
It's really easy, really accessible.
Very
really good.
easy to get in and very easy to get out. That's
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah.
So when you take this program, is there, like, you learn a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not just the internship and it's not just the paid leave, but you get to learn more things about each job you want to take or anything like that. So what do you, like, I'm going to ask you, what did you learn or what are you still learning today that, you know, you can take into the real world?
They want you to take 2 classes related to business, and right now I'm taking AP Economics, Micro and Macroeconomics, because it helps you learn more about like economics, bonds, stocks, and how those kind of work. And I'm also planning to take AP Statistics next year. And in the summer, they provide the free dual enrollment classes of management as well, which I'm going to take. So I'm going to have like a lot of integrated different parts of business in my educational career, which is really helpful for college.
Nice. And you?
Personally, I feel like I've learned more about myself rather than academically. Obviously, I learned a lot academically. I'm getting to take such amazing classes over the summer and just honestly getting to learn a lot more about the business world and making new connections. But like for me personally, I think I've learned a lot about myself and what I want to do, which helps me out because now that, you know, when I graduate, when I go to college, I know what specifically I want to go into and I can have like a set stone and like a clear vision of where I'm going to end up being.
And obviously not every student's going to be like that. It's going to be different. But that is good for you because, what are you, a sophomore?
Yeah.
As sophomore year, I still didn't know what I wanted to do. So, and I still didn't know about anything about myself. So, honestly, that you can fully reflect on that, it's awesome. I'm very happy that you know what you're going to do, both of you, what you're going to do for your life and how this helps you, go out into that world and be like, this is what I 100% want to do. And you're not even a senior yet, and
Yeah.
you know what you want to do.
Yeah.
And you're ready for it. Obviously, you can take more classes, obviously, over the time, but while you're doing this is giving you credit, right? So that's perfect. You're taking college courses,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're getting credit for it, so you don't really have to take any of our classes here or anywhere. And this also transfers to college too, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
This is a really good program. I wish I really wish I had this in my.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Also, like, if you're not, like, specifically, like, wondering, oh, like, I don't really know if I want to do business or if I don't, I would 100% recommend joining because you can obviously leave at any time, but, like, it's just so good having to, like, see and, like, feel and, like, interpret how all of this works and just, like, it's a great experience for incoming freshmen because it helps them out a lot,
Yeah.
which is good.
And it's flexible.
Yeah.
Like you
Really
can
flexible, yeah.
You can fit in your activities or
Yeah.
Yeah.
anything you want to do.
Yeah.
That's great.
The cool thing about it also is like business is really applicable to really every single sector which you might get a job in, like in the food industry, the sales industry, the marketing industry. It's really important to know how to manage your money because you're always gonna have to do it at some point in your life.
Yeah. Even if you go into healthcare or engineering, it also gives you a really good insight and it's just good. Like you get to
Yeah.
see different aspects, different careers, and in that way you can choose what's best for you.
So I got some questions from your guidance counselors that I feel like really help. And one thing they asked was, do you think this program, in your experience with DECA's chapter, does it help?
Yeah, it definitely provides us with a lot more experience when it comes to like accounting, academically learning about management, which is like part of like DECA's topics and stuff. And it allows us to really like get the hands-on integration rather than just like kind of the technical learning side of it.
Anything?
Yeah, I feel like DECA is more presentation based and leadership. I love DECA. DECA's good because you get to make new connections, you get to meet new people, and it's a great way to like step out into the real world and just be able to put yourself out there. Like compared to the innovations pathway, I feel like it's more like again technical and it helps with academic based. But when we put those two things together, it gives you experience where you can't find anywhere besides Fairhaven. So, yeah.
Again, your guidance counselor gave me this information. But you completed your the computer application course?
Yes, I did.
What's that? First of all, I want to know.
So basically, in that class, it's an online edgenuity class, and you learn about PowerPoint, Excel, Word, and those are all platforms that most hires and businesses use to be able to sustain their finances. And I think it's important that we learn and like know how to use it because it gives us an advantage over other candidates or other students who are also applying for a job or an internship. And at the end of the course, you get to take a Microsoft certificate, which shows that you've mastered all of the courses. Like honestly, now that I've taken it, it's not that hard. It's like basic stuff. It is a bit time consuming. It's basic stuff. If you want, I feel like you could do a lot in one day and you won't have to do anything for like a week or two. So
That's
It's
nice.
pretty manageable. Like, I thought it was personally pretty easy.
And the
so.
jobs you're looking into, you need that requirement, or is it just like you wanted to do it for fun?
It kind of goes hand in hand. Most employers want to see that you've excelled in such platforms because that's what they use.
Yeah.
But honestly, I feel like it's just good to have it on the back of my head if I need it to like help somebody one day or choose to go in a different career. So, yeah.
Nice. That sounds awesome. Thank you guys for both coming.
Of
I gotta
course.
say, this is one of my favorite podcasts, I think, out of all my podcasts, and sadly my last one. But one final question for both of you. If you could give, because we are mostly looking at freshmen or hoping freshmen can join this from all over the world, if that all over the country. If you were a freshman right now and you heard about this opportunity, well, I'm actually going to ask two questions. And
Okay.
then, if you were a freshman and you saw this opportunity, would you take it?
100%, because I already did.
I know you already did, but like, me hearing this, I'm like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I really would love to take this. Even though I wasn't going to financial business, I would like to like dip my toes in it just to see.
Yeah.
But if you just heard probably, right, you'd probably want to do it again.
Yeah.
Do it.
One advice for freshmen is to do it. Even if you don't like it, you can obviously leave at any point you want. But it's something that you get to experience, and I feel like you can't experience that in high school again. And I feel like the only time you'd be able to experience it is when you waste your own money in college. So just take a chance, take the risk. There's really no risk involved, but just take it.
Harrison, would you take it, and what's your advice? There we go.
Okay, I'm going to first start with the fact that, yes, I would take it. I actually wish I had this as a freshman, but unfortunately, I only had this for my junior year. But I'd like to first thank Ms. Saba from Fairhaven High School for setting that precedent and allowing us to really innovate ourselves into the business pathway. And secondly, an advice that I'd give to the freshmen is, honestly, set that precedent. Do it, because it really, really is going to benefit you in the future regarding how you manage your money, and it's just something that everyone really kind of has to understand.
Yeah.
Thank you both for coming. Honestly, I'm very happy that you guys came and told me about this program. I do want to thank also Ms. Sapa for letting me do this, and I do want to thank my media teacher for helping me do this podcast. I can see up in the back. I think I thanked you guys, but I do want to thank you guys for
Thank
sharing
you.
your ideas and all that. And I really hope that you guys succeed. Well, you guys will succeed, but I hope it's an easy road. I also want to thank everybody who is listening, because this has been my greatest podcast 2 years. And I want to sign it off saying thank you.
Thank you.
Thank both of you.
Thank
Thank
you.
my crew in the background. Thank you, Allison, for helping too. See ya. All right, goodbye.